Miller for three. Yes. Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead. North. Batista with the catch. Oh! LeBron James with no regard for human life.
Hand down, man down.
Yeah, I can see how disrespectful he's being right there.
No, I went to Temecula and brought you some dirt.
Yeah, that's a technical.
Mama, there goes that man.
Welcome back to The Bounce, brought to you by Bite Size Sports. I am Kev. With me, as always, are my wonderful co-hosts, James and Keebler. Welcome back, gentlemen. I'm going to start with you, Keebler, just because I know we've got a live action going. A, how are you? B, you got any bets you're looking at in the NBA tonight?
A, I'm doing good, except for two brutal losses I was telling you about in the pre-show. Not going to go into it too much, but I lost a 13-leg parlay by 9 points, and I lost whatever parlay by whatever, so I should be up like $5,000 right now. In my dream last night, I won $27,000.
Hell yeah!
Unfortunately, that was a dream. No, I'm good tonight. I do have some bets that I'll share at plus money that haven't started yet. Avoid the Jazz and Trailblazers game. If you guys bet on that, please call the number. I'm prepared to call the number in the morning because I bet on it. But I would say Thunder Kings. I would go with the Thunder. I faded the Kings so many times this year, and it's just lost me money. But I would go with the Thunder. Fully healthy going into Sacramento might be a little bit of a problem, but take Josh Giddey under 12.5 points. Take Shea for 30 to go over 30. And then that Warriors-Clippers game, I got the Clippers and going over 231.5. Nothing too crazy, but those are my plays of the day. As you can see, I have a few long bets.
Oh, there's a few in there.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, thank you for that, sir. Let us know if those bets hit. We'll keep an eye on it. James, how are you tonight, sir? Are you going to be distracted? I think the Cornhuskers are playing in like a
they won
championship. Are they win it already? Nice.
They won. They went 3-0 in the semifinals. The winners win, man. Winners win, Kev. There ain't no distractions there. Nope, we're good. They'll be playing the championship. I think it's this weekend. Huskers win. Got my NBA Jam shirt on tonight. I got Shaq and Penny, so I'm ready to go.
That is glorious. I love that. I want a little piece of that. I wish I could go get it out of my closet. I have a number 1 Penny Hardaway white pinstripe Orlando Magic jersey in the closet.
Oh, that's classic jersey.
I'm pretty sure old Nate Dogg right there, who's in the chat right now. Welcome, Nate. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was he's the one who secured that for me. Always finding the great buys. What is up? Ooh.
He knows.
Jimmy the Greek.
He knows what's up.
Well, thank you guys. Welcome in the chat. And you can see on our bottom scroll there the list of topics for tonight, but get any of your questions in. We'll also keep an eye on the NBA games. We normally check in on Thursday Night Football. I have a feeling we can skip that tonight.
I think we're good.
Yeah, last I checked, it was 21-0 Raiders in the first quarter.
It still is, yes.
Whew, it's a brutal one. So if you have any questions for us, any comments, get them in the chat. Jam shirt goes hard. I agree. And in fact,
thank you, Michael.
I was going to ask you guys to pick between which Brawl situation, but since Michael came in here prepared, we're gonna go with the people. Michael says, I'm prepared to defend Giannis with my life, Kev. So let's talk about the Pacers and the Bucks and what I have now denoted the game ball brawl, which happened afterward. So for those of you who don't know, Giannis was it a franchise record at 64 points?
It was a franchise and a career high.
And a career high, yeah. In a game that they won. Also of note, Pacers rookie, whose name I have a really hard time
Oscar
pronouncing.
Tshiebwe.
Thank you. Scored his first point. Well,
Incorrect. That's incorrect.
That doesn't outside of the NBA in-season tournament championship game, which technically isn't a regular season game. So
he made a free throw.
Weird math there. But yeah, the story as it goes is that the Pacers took the game ball. As Rick Carlisle says, anytime a rookie scores their first point, they take the game ball, not thinking that, Giannis just had a pretty big day for himself and he might want that game ball. And a lot of us have seen the footage. I think we all know what has happened since then. But James, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts on this whole situation? The game was a little chippy, but the game ball after, how do you feel about it?
Do we have ourselves a little rivalry brewing here, Kev?
Yeah.
A little old school rivalry going on there.
I hope so.
A week after getting whooped by the Pacers, they come around and do that. Giannis has 64. Just beat him by 14. Oh, that's what I'm excited about. I think the who gets the ball is the dumbest argument ever. And Giannis acted the fool a little bit. But if I had to pick a side on who gets the ball, the guy that scored it 64 points or the guy that scored 2, giving us the guy that scored 64.
Yeah, I'm probably in agreement with you there. And I do think that's why, Michael's comment, I think, is in response to a tweet I put out, which was, I love my new hatred for the Bucks, which is, I love a good rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
Keebler and I, we used to have that. There was a time where it's like, oh, I love how much I hate the Knicks. I'm like, yes, we get a playoff series with the Knicks. Like, let's go.
And now we trade Kobe Toppin and it throws that down the drain.
Yeah, now it's just like, oh, thanks. Yeah, now we're friends.
I agree with Michael's comment here. He says, IST be damned. The first point wasn't against the Bucks. The video and audio of players playing keep away lets me know it wasn't about the first career point. I agree. I don't think it is anything. I think we got a little heat going on here, a little old school NBA rivalry brewing that we haven't had in a while. First, the team picked to win it.
I think
the plucky upstarts.
I think the funniest part is if you watch the video right at the end, the Bucks assistant coach is the one that came over and grabbed the ball.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. If you watch the video, Dame takes a shot, he misses it, the ball goes to the ref, and the Bucks assistant coach comes over and takes the ball. So the Pacers didn't have the ball the entire time.
The whole thing is just wild.
Dame's reaction is kind of fun too, where he's just like, what universe am I in right now?
Dude, what are we doing? But I love that part because we had Halliburton doing the Dame time thing in the IST.
Yep.
Now we have this, which admittedly is ridiculous. I think just about everybody involved overreacted a little bit. But as a fan,
for sure.
You say especially Giannis, Keebler?
Yeah, when you need your brother to hold you back from.
Oh, Thanasis coming off the bench.
No. He also, when Giannis ran it back into the tunnel toward the Pacers locker room, he was actually holding him back or trying to.
I at the very end when Thanasis tries to come. Oh my god!
I saw that, and it looked like one of those things where it's like I joke with my friends, hold me back.
Yeah, it's like a WWE skit. Hold me back.
Yeah, on the foul. Are you talking about on the foul?
Yeah,
when Giannis got fouled and
puff up like a peacock, and
that assistant coach was able with 3 fingers to hold Thanasis back, even though he was throwing. But yeah, it was so well acted.
Yeah, definitely could play being WWE, Kev.
And it got chippy, right? There was the one part. I love the WWE reference, by the way, but there was the one part where Giannis kind of hits Halliburton with the shoulder, and Halliburton falls down. And I believe the Bucks broadcast gave Halliburton credit as a great flopper, which, listen, don't let me defend him. I'll be biased there. But did you guys see that play? Do you have any thoughts on that? Because I think that was sort of there was a lot of back and forth that led to this. I agree with you, James. I think it was about getting beaten at that in-season tournament, and maybe the Pacers not acting like they're kind of not staying in their lane right now. Tyrese is talking a lot more. The honeymoon stage is over. Now that everybody knows him, they don't like him now. That didn't last very long. Thanasis was holding himself back.
Mhm.
Lamau, yeah. Kibu, did you see the play that I was talking about with the shoulder check, or what, maybe the flop from Halliburton?
No, I didn't see that.
Well, we'll have to come back and check on that. But man, I would love to see these two teams in a playoff series now.
Well, the Bucks don't have the defense to contain the Pacers, so it's just going to be 250 points a night in a playoff series.
Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me.
It's going to be like the IST, where there's going to be stretches where Dame and Halliburton just decide to go 3 for 3. You know, they're just going to trade threes back and forth.
Yeah.
9-point run one way or the other. So yeah, it won't be our fathers or even our younger days NBA, but my God, that could make for some exciting basketball. Any other thoughts, guys, on that Bucks Pacers gibberish post game nonsense?
Not necessarily on that, but I think they play back to back here really soon. Let me look at the schedule, and I think it might be like next week.
Yes, give me that.
I know it's coming up. I saw somebody tweet about it. I want to see. I see a bite-sized Vikes reference jump in here.
Hey, what's up, John?
I'm searching.
Yeah, John, I think you spelled the American Airlines Center wrong.
Where? January 1st and January 3rd, back to back at Milwaukee and then in Indianapolis.
Oh, Happy New Year, dude! I might, Nate, get the air mattress fired up, brother.
John, we couldn't even get through an episode of Dweeb last night without a Minnesota Timberwolves reference, so that they're fucking taking this station over. By the way, we made it 12 minutes before our curse word. Nice job, fellas.
Let's go.
That's great.
I didn't run time at 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe for that one, guys, please. Thank you. What up? Only mistakes in the chat. Clout Route. Hey, they got a special Clout Route announcement at the end of the show today.
Hell yeah, you do.
Only Mistakes already knows the news, so it's all good.
I was informed about it, so I'm excited to hear as well.
Ooh, yeah.
I found out about it last night, so.
Let's moving on, I guess, to we've got one more. Kev, I can probably secure some free Kings tickets against the Pacers in January. What? Oh, let's go. All right. Might have to talk about that, Michael. Mm-hmm. I would love to see. Those are two of my favorite teams to watch. My goodness. So
a lot of activity today. We love it. Keep it coming.
Yeah, keep it coming in the chat. And this next one, I don't think we could talk about enough, in my humble opinion. Draymond Green. We're going to go from one brawl to the next. We saw the spinorama, the knockout blow. We've heard from Nurkic at this point. He says he hopes Draymond gets some help. He's just glad he didn't try to choke him out. Draymond has now been suspended indefinitely. So, Keebler, we'll start with you. Any thoughts that you have on the incident? And then, of course, the suspension. We can't really talk about the length, but I guess how long would you like it to be? What are your thoughts?
I feel like if it was a player, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an absolute bum. Like, let's say Isaac Bonga, right? That has done everything that Draymond's done since, I don't know, 2014, let's say, that he'd be kicked out of the league. But since Draymond's such a presence or whatever, he's not going to get kicked out of the league. I think he personally should be. But that's just my opinion. It's gone from kicking dudes in the nuts, punching people across the face, punching your teammates across the face, choking people out. And he just hasn't been punished like severely enough. He gets 1 game suspension, 5 game suspension. It's not enough for him to learn. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't come back until like the playoffs, to be honest, because he has to do like therapy and anger management classes, they said. But just seeing the history with this guy, he's just an absolute fucking moron, dude. You're making millions of dollars and all you want to do is be physical. I get you use what you're doing on an NBA level. Just my opinion, though.
Well, I love it. Before I give mine, James, what are your thoughts? Do you disagree with Keebler? What do you think about
No,
Draymond?
I think it needs to be indefinite, and there has to be some ramifications. Like he said, he was suspended for 5 games. He's been ejected 3 times this year already. It's most in his career. and it's to the point like two of them are just outrageous. The chokehold and now the spinning wheel, the spinning punch from hell, French, what do you call it? Like, and his excuse after the game is bullshit. It's, oh, he was rapping me. I was trying to get out of it. Da da da. You know, it's something has to give, man. Like, it's a black eye for the league. It's a black eye for that team. It's just problem after problem, and the production doesn't back it up anyway at this point in his career. Like Keebler said, he punched his own teammate last year. It's continuously, they're getting worse. Like, you have to now. The length of suspension actually doesn't matter to me as much as like they have to try to correct actions. Like you have to understand that this is a fucking problem. Like he sucker punched Nurkic. Is what he did.
Yeah, absolutely.
And however you want to justify it or whatever, he sucker punched him. You know?
Yeah, and I'm not buying his excuse or his like, I'm not such an accurate puncher that I could do that. It's like, well, first of all, you hit him in the back of the head and you hit him with the side of your hand. So you missed him.
Yes.
You're trying to get his humble brag in. Well, you're wrong anyway. But no, I tend to agree with Keebler's thoughts. I had said when this first happened, if I never see Draymond Green on an NBA court again, it will be too soon. Like, I'm done with it. I've had enough. I've said since the beginning of last year, probably on this program, if he punched anybody not named Jordan Poole, he probably would have been dealt with last year. But because it was Jordan Poole,
Steph or Clay or Wiggs or Looney, gone.
Yep. But because it was Jordan Poole, and we all know about his attitude and his approach, it was a little bit like, okay, well, we can understand that. A lot of people probably want to punch Jordan Poole. So, okay, we'll give him a pass on this one. But no, it's ridiculous. He shouldn't be getting away with it at this point. Like you guys said, the production does not. I mean, it's just it doesn't make it worth it, in my opinion. So, I guess a follow-up question: are we going to see him again after this season? I don't see him. No one else I could see signing him. The Warriors at this point. Are they going to bring him back on a very team-friendly discount at best? But Keebler, what do you think? Do we see Draymond Green after this season?
I hope not. To be honest with you, it's just gotten annoying. Like, kicking Steven Adams in the balls, kicking LeBron in the balls, punching Poole, punching Nurkic, choking out Gobert, every other little thing that he's done. It's just like too much, and he's washed. First of all, nowhere near being the prime guy that he was during those Warriors runs to the finals.
Nope.
I think enough is enough, and I think he should just throw in the towel.
Yeah, agreed. I like to see a lot of Curry to New York in the chat right there. Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, I would love to see Curry move to the 2 guard if that's the case. Let Brunson run
That'd
it.
be wild, yeah.
And then just use Curry as a straight up shooter, drop 12 threes a night.
Be wild. Justin Herbert's going through it right now. His boys are getting ass kicked on Thursday night.
I know. I use that meme all the time. I use that GIF where throw the damn towel.
We're literally worse than the Commanders. Out there. Got a lot of activity in the cat here. That guy Kev is pretty cool.
Oh, what up,
Parking
PT?
Tigers.
Parking Tigers, most improved content creator in the community, commentary community. Easy for me to say, pal. Welcome, PT. Thank you.
Nick, you're welcome.
We need 31 points to be scored in the Celtics game in the last 6 minutes. So
you need 31 points.
Yeah, so like
it's doable.
We're like on Overwatch. Ooh,
16 from each team would be nice.
We can pull it off.
Already fucked all the parlays up. Oh, that is great. Well, guys, I have one last Brawl-related, fight-related topic here with the NBA. Did you guys hear what Colby Covington had to say about LeBron James?
Yeah.
I just read it before the show.
That's funny.
Oh, I'm going to do you have it nearby, James? I can pull it up on my phone.
I don't.
Okay. I bookmarked this bad boy. Don't worry. But if you're able to get it pulled up, that would be fantastic. So bear with me one second here.
Little engine that could.
I will read it to you. Oh man, you know what I can't stand? Bookmarks are no longer it's not in chronological order. Like it's not showing me my most recent. Like they're on random ass order. So I gotta find this now.
I just saw it.
This is horrible. Terrible production.
Fire them all.
Well, essentially, Colby Covington shit talking LeBron James. I'm just gonna have to Google search it.
Yeah, it was just out of nowhere.
Yeah, just
I don't know
taking
what
his
it was.
shot.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about. I think I've got it. If
That's
you hate
the
America
UFC.
so much, you don't like this country that gave you $1 billion, leave it or come deal with me. You go to China, get to these sweatshops that you employ all these laborers and use the women and pay them pennies on the dollar to make you millions. Fuck you, LeBron James. You're a coward. You're a spineless coward, and you're a bitch.
Oh my goodness. And it's also worth noting that he's dressed like Scarface.
Anybody know what prompted this?
No.
And
Like-
he's been taking these shots. Well, okay, so we can tell you a little. I'll give you the Colby Covington backstory as quickly.
You're
as
a fighting
I can.
guy. You would know.
Yeah, we talk about this stuff. And so Colby Covington at one point was a top 10 fighter in his weight class in the world. And the UFC did not care. He was in the last fight of a contract, and his management was told, we're not re-signing you, win, lose, or draw. So what does he do? He wins a fight in Brazil and says, Brazil, this is a dump. Fuck you people. I hate this place. And then he calls out, I think it was Tyrone Woodley. He calls out the champ, essentially. So he cuts this epic pro wrestling style promo, and guess what? He's not fired. He gets that next fight. And ever since then, Colby Covington has been pro wrestling heel. It's what he's done. So he's leaned very heavily into the Republican side. He's gotten very political with it. So he was wearing a MAGA hat everywhere. So he just, I think, takes those jabs when he has it's so I can't wait to watch the rest of that press conference to see what else these knuckleheads did. But no, he's had a bit of a history of going after LeBron, and I think the reality of this one, this is exactly why he did it, was so that it'd be talked about,
yeah.
just get his name out there, because this is how these guys you get good enough at selling a fight, you get good enough at making these moments. You don't need a belt. Exactly. Conor McGregor, you get your Nate Diaz's, and then, but even now, like
now he can't,
but he'll still get paid, right? He would still get paid. They're talking about bringing Conor back probably for UFC 300. You always hear those things. So yeah, I think this was just Colby selling a fight. Just a fucking ridiculous take, though. LeBron, if there was ever an NBA player that I wouldn't challenge to a fight, it'd probably be the 6'9", 280 guy.
He's a beast. He's a big dude.
Or the dude 300-pound one. That is the next.
Those UFC fighters are a different breed. You remember a couple of years ago when the semi-pro guy beat the shit out of the Oklahoma football player in the bathroom in Oklahoma because he cocked off to him, knocked him out, 2 hits.
No, I don't remember that. Goddamn.
It was like a semi-pro college UFC guy, and some Oklahoma football player was talking shit to him, and his buddy took him and another teammate on and knocked him out in 15 seconds. It was nasty.
Do not, not a good idea. Yeah, a lot of folks that a lot of street fighters think they can fight with the real fighters, and it is hilarious every time.
Yeah, no, I'm cool. Herbert's got a couple comments here. Nate, he's on his way to the casino with Mark Martin and Donald Trump. He might need to get better.
Hit up Nate for those parlays.
Blockbuster trade: Will Levis and Spears for Eckler and Josh Kelly. Hell no, boy.
I almost gave Justin Herbert a winner yesterday, but the Suns decided to lose to the Nets. So
they lost to their former protege Cam Johnson. The Big Three's debut, and they lost to the guy who traded away.
Yeah.
It's like poetry.
It's the NBA script. They were cooking with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was the best part. I'll use the script as my segue. I've seen a tweet come out recently that said Miami will aggressively go after Pascal Siakam, despite the fact that it might not be a great fit. So. Keebler, what do you think? You think there's a good possibility there? And if it happens, would that work? Siakam, Bam, Jimmy buckets?
I think it'd be nice. I think that you would give up a little bit defensively, but I feel like Pascal Siakam's a better defender than Kevin Love. At this in this point in his career. So offensively, it definitely makes sense. Siakam can shoot the 3 ball. Siakam can shoot the 3 ball, which Miami needs. He's an all-star, has been an all-star. So a lineup of like Tyler Hero, Jamie Jaquez Jr., Jaquez, yeah, however you pronounce it. I have no clue.
Our boy, rookie of the year.
Jimmy, Pascal, and Bam. I feel like that'd be a pretty good lineup personally.
Tough as nails. It's tough as nails.
Yeah, but I want OG Anunoby to swap places with RJ Barrett. I feel like that'd be.
Ooh, there you go.
So,
I would want OG too of those two.
Yeah, apparently Miami's interested in both of them, but they do not have nearly enough assets for that. So I feel like they're just gonna have to settle for one.
Yep.
Yeah, you're there's no way they can make that work. James, what do you think? Would it be is Pascal the move for Miami?
Probably have to give up Hero, right?
Man, he's going to be in there, right? Can you
ever
have a Miami trade rumor at this point without Tyler Hero being
No, because he's their best trade piece. So that's the question is.
I feel like it's not worth it for them in that case, though. I feel like they can get around it.
Yeah, like I feel like I think they have to give up Hero to pull this off. And you're not going to give up Jamie Jaquez. You're not going to do him.
No.
I mean, who else could you give up? Duncan, Caleb, Lowry. They're not giving that ain't going to do it, right?
It depends on what anybody else is willing to offer. It also, I think, depends on what Siakam, right? He's on an expiring contract, so maybe I don't know what the relationship is and if they're going to discuss it to the extent of, hey, where are you going to be willing to re-sign? Because if they know that he's going to be willing to re-sign somewhere, they might get a better return. But if that's kind of up in the air, if it gets closer to the trade deadline and he's going to walk in 6 months, are you not going to take him for a salary dump and a couple of draft picks? It's better than nothing. I'm not saying it's a good return by any means, but I really think it depends on who else comes calling. Are any of the teams that want Siakam going to have?
Do I think it would work? Yes, absolutely. I think it'd be a lot of fun. He's 6'8", 6'9", long, can defend, makes him switchable a lot of places. I don't know if I'm giving up Hero, and you probably have to. I mean, Hero's averaging 23 a game on 41% from 3.
I feel like Jovic would probably be one of the main pieces.
Maybe. Throw a young guy in there like that.
Lowry also said he wants to retire a Raptor. So the timeline makes sense. He seems like he's going to retire pretty soon.
Who's that?
Lowry.
Yeah, there you go. Send Lowry back.
Yep.
Oh, what up, Jay? Shout out to Justin over from Horseshoe Pride. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Herbert's in it tonight, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Herbert's in it. He's in deep. He's having a tough night. Lee Harding asks, is tonight Staley's last game? I believe so. I think we're all going to think Brandon Staley's probably done after tonight.
You think they'll announce it, or will they wait a month and then say, hey,
I'd wait a month.
Patriots did.
I'd let him tank out.
They should wait till the end of the season, but
you know how NBA, NFL owners are.
I
would wait, let him lose all his games. Keep losing.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you're gonna, I don't know, but what the Patriots did, I thought was the weirdest thing, the worst possible decision. You're gonna announce that the season is over for him and that you decided that a month ago, but he still has to do the job. What?
Weird, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Justin says, looks like Staley will not be with the team Monday. That's right, for the shoe. Well, we don't have anything Indiana related for me to segue to, but just a little bit up the street in old Detroit.
Oh, baby.
We are watching history, but not the good kind like you want. What is the count now, fellas? Is it 21 or 22?
21, I believe.
21 straight losses.
Let me double check that. Standings.
Yep, 21 straight.
Those poor Wingstop fans who have been waiting for their free 6-piece with a Pistons win are just beside themselves. They're never going to get that.
I will go on record as saying that I didn't believe Monty Williams deserved the contract he got.
Sorry to also jump the gun, but the Spurs also lost like 18 straight.
Good for them. Good thing for them. Somebody else lost more.
Yeah, but to me, it's much more of an indictment on the Pistons. I think maybe Wemby caused people to put a little too much faith in the Spurs, that they thought, oh, Wemby pop, this team's going to win. This is a team that's best player is a rookie. The Pistons are a team that have been collecting what we thought was a good group of talented young players, and then they held on to Bogdanovich because we would assume that they thought that their playoff window was opening in the next couple of years. Otherwise, why would you keep a guy in his 30s like that? So for me, the Pistons one is just the abomination, right? Like the Spurs, I don't feel as all right. Yeah, you've lost 18. That sucks, but I didn't expect anything out of you. The Pistons, it's like, hot damn, how are they this bad? But don't worry, guys, because Monty Williams has said he's starting to figure it out now. After 20 straight losses, he's figured out.
That was such a wild comment.
If you space
so
the
what did
floor,
he say? Starting to
score.
Figure out how to use the pieces was something. Let me get this exact quote.
He Ron Rivera it. He essentially said,
"Yeah,
oh, if I had known we could shoot 3-pointers, I'd have had him doing that more."
Man, let me get it. Was the comment? Is
I mean, to be fair, they do have a lot of non-3-point shooters. If that's the case.
No, it wasn't 3-pointers, but it was something as basic as, the halftime speech of, well, we need to stop them on third down. We need to score more points than they do. But it was bad. And while you look that up, I do think you were right. I have to admit I was wrong on Monty Williams here. I thought that maybe the Ayton situation, whatever had happened in Phoenix, caused him to lose the locker room, but he was known as a player's coach, and I thought he was going to be a guy that, much like what he had done with Phoenix with a collection of young talent, they won some games there for a little while, made some runs, but I think he might have been getting carried by his talent a little bit in the desert.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't find this quote. Where?
Because it is not working.
Where is it?
For Monty.
Man, I can't find it.
I would really like the Cavs and Celtics.
So funny.
15 points in this last 2 minutes.
Herbert says, slam the Chargers money line. The comeback is imminent. Let's go. It's happening.
Let's see. Give me some. Come on, Kevin O'Connor. You got to have it somewhere.
If this goes the way I want it to, then the Cavs and Celtics game will go to overtime, and then the Celtics will win. That would be nice.
I'm going to find it. Nope, that's just a 20 straight game. Oh, here we go. I think we're starting to figure out that we can score if we space the floor properly. I'm learning how to use certain guys on this team. Yes, spacing the floor is very important. Yes, correct.
I'm learning how to use guys on this team. Like, what'd you do all summer, all like preseason? Like, what were you doing?
Well, to be fair, James, he skipped his son's JV practices this year, so they didn't go over floor spacing apparently in his 10 years as an NBA player and probably as long as a coach. Yeah, so that one, all we space the floor properly, we could probably score a little bit.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Will he make it through the year? Will he make it past this season?
I hope so for his case, for his sake.
I don't know. I assume they've got an absolute. I mean, they do. They have a ton of money tied up in him. Because he got the biggest. Did he get the biggest contract ever?
Yeah, for a coach.
Unless they're willing to eat a lot of money, I don't see any universe where he's not coming back.
Yeah, that is a great point. Lee has lost a lot on the Pistons and Jaden Ivey. Nate wants to know when the Hoosiers style of play, hold it at midcourt for half a quarter. Well, thank God for the shot clock. Otherwise,
well, that's what the Chargers should do right now. So
this game would be over.
35-0.
Yeah, the Chargers need to take that old Bobby Boucher approach and just take three knees, punt it, get on out of here. Nate's dropping his deep cut rural Indiana basketball.
Oh yeah, Linton and Duggar Union. Old Duggar.
You'll like Linton. Guys, I saw a basketball card on Twitter the other day. It's Mark Jackson playing for the Knicks, and in the front row are both Menendez brothers. So that card has to be worth some money, because it's not every day you got a couple of murderers on your basketball cards. So That's a little neat fun fact for you.
I saw the card. I was like, I didn't know who that was though, but now that makes sense.
Yeah, it's the two kids that shot their parents. They did a whole spoof of it in The Cable Guy, Ben Stiller. Yeah, look that one up.
Gotcha. Yep, gotcha.
Look that one up. While Monty Williams may not be on the move, rumors has it, guys, that PJ Tucker is looking to leave LA. He wants to find a winning team where he can contribute a little more. Any takers, Keebler? You got any ideas for old PJ?
I mean, the Lakers are always going to get brought up. If Draymond's out for a long period of time, maybe the Warriors. That'd be cool. Maybe the Heat too.
I think the Heat would be a great fit. Yeah.
Warriors. And
I don't
Heat.
know if he's going to get that role that he wants, though, and that's kind of my question. As we'll put it to you, James, is there a playoff caliber team where a guy who scores no points in 20 minutes
I'm pulling up his stats right now because it's all I want to talk about.
can flourish? Because unfortunately for PJ, I think he just might not be as valuable as he used to be. He might not get that big role anymore. Maybe he's a 12-minute
1.3 points a game, 2.9 rebounds a game. Really gonna make a mega impact there, PJ.
Oh yeah.
Don't you put that evil on me, Nate.
Never. Jesus.
The Pacers signed their enforcer, by the way, James Johnson. He's averaged about 1 point per game, but he is a black belt in karate. So, look out, Giannis.
He had one good postseason a couple years ago, and when he was with the 76ers. Was that? Yes. Oh, it was the back-to-back years. It was Miami and then the 76ers. Now,
yeah, I know Golden State sucks, but if he wants a bigger role, that's where he's going to want to go.
With playoff implications.
Fits their timeline. Yeah. He's 38. He fits the Golden State Warriors timeline perfectly. Old as shit.
Yeah, I think he's just a matchup guy at this point, right? It depends on the playoff series, because even if he has a meaningful role, a role that he's happy with in the regular season, he's not going to be a guy that has an incredibly long leash unless he's able to lock his guy down. Because again, there's no offensive production. He might be negative efficiency on offense, right? Because
come on, Celtics, this basket, please. Sorry.
No, you're good. You want to talk about spacing issues? PJ Tucker's not doing anything to help anybody there. So I think he might be a guy who needs to wait this out. Just
right off. Enjoy your time. Right off into the sunset, bud.
Yeah, wait and see. Maybe you'll get bought out and you can sign with somebody, but nobody's going to be trading for PJ Tucker at this point, at least in my humble opinion. Let's stay in LA for a moment. Now, the Los Angeles Lakers guys are a bunch of dirty liars. Lying scumbags.
Lying sacks of shit.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you said it. So it doesn't.
One thing in life, Keebler, don't be a liar.
All right.
One piece of advice.
Make sure not be.
Don't be a liar.
After claiming that they would be above such a meaningless victory and they would not be putting a banner up in their rafters, the Lakers have changed their mind. They've backed it up, probably at Adam Silver's behest, because he's like, hey guys, come on, it's like the first one. We kind of need other people to think this is important, so you can't not put a banner up there, because we really want the Atlanta Hawks to want to win these things, okay? So the Lakers are putting up a forever banner, one of those you would see in a high school gym, maybe in Linton or Duggar, like Nate was just talking about, where they can just put the dates of future in-season tournament victories.
Just the year they win.
Mm-hmm. So, James, how do you feel about that?
I'm fine with that. You don't put a full banner up because it's not a real title, but at least you can celebrate the occasion. I'm fine with it, whatever.
Yeah, that's fair. Keebler, what about you? Any thoughts on this?
I'm pretty neutral on it. I mean, if they want to put one up, cool. If they don't want to put one up, cool. It's a championship, quote unquote, so there should be maybe something there, but not to the historical value of 17 rings or whatever.
Yeah, I would agree exactly with what you just said.
You know, I don't actually disagree. I just needed to have that hot take early in the clip where I could say it's like the Lakers are a piece of shit. So I can clip that later and hopefully get us some views. Like and subscribe if you're here. Okay. Another one that will be fun. Dwight Howard update, folks. I know I am amazed at how often we have to talk about a guy who is not in the league, but Dwight Howard is a two-parter, guys. So let's just stick with the news first, okay? Dwight Howard is out of his contract with the team in Taiwan, and he is moving over to a European league. So moving up the ranks a little bit. Any thoughts on that? Will we see Dwight work his way back to this side of the ocean?
No.
He's what, 38?
Yeah. He didn't have a Brooke Lopez created and learned to shoot.
If the Pacers didn't sign him just to body check Giannis, then I think his ship has sailed. Now, he would tell you, though, that before social media, he was that dude. So that's part two of this. Keebler, we'll start with you. Before social media, was Dwight Howard thought of better by NBA fans? Did social media kill Dwight Howard?
I mean, he was that dude. But
now, in the finals.
Now allegations are being brought up against him. Again, innocent until proven guilty. But you have that. So that's never going to bode well on social media. Outside of that, I mean, the internet's just full of trolls. So I feel like everyone knows that Dwight Howard's a first ballot Hall of Famer. At least in my eyes, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. But he was that dude, but the internet's just full of trolls now, like I said. So it's like his perception could be a little different on it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. James, do you have any thoughts on that? Did social media kill Dwight, or did maybe the way Dwight acted on social media not do him
the way he's acted in recent years has killed him? He just made a lot of dumb comments in the last 2 to 3 years, you know?
Yeah.
And he was that Magic team that he took to the finals, man, he was unstoppable that year. Other than that, though, Keebler, I think I might disagree with you. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
I do.
I'm looking, I was like, as soon as you said that, I want to pull up his stats and look, and I'm like, God, he was 8-time All-Star, 5-time rebounding champ, 2-time block champ, 5-time All-Defensive, 2004 Rookie of the Year, the big one, he was Defensive Player of the Year 3 years, only won one title, and it was in 2020. Who would that have been with?
Blocks leader, rebounding leader.
That's the bubble. That's the bubble title, isn't it?
What's the bubble title? He was with the Lakers.
Because remember, that's one of his more ridiculous.
I guess I have way more.
Like, remember, I shut
down
Jokic in the bubble.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
8-time All-NBA, 5-time All-Defensive, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. I think that 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, along with everything else that's happened.
That might be the one that puts him in. I do see what you're saying there. He was really good for a really quick amount of time.
Yeah. Like I said, he was that dude, but
it was quick, yeah. And his just antics on social media the last few years, the stupid shit he said has actually hurt him more than anything.
And the little bit of delusion there towards the end of his career.
I'll also never forget him not wanting to play with Kobe Bryant. I'll never forget that. Getting traded to the Lakers and not wanting to play with him because he was mean to him.
Yeah, right. Which again, how much foreshadowing was that? You know, this is the guy complaining about his Twitter replies. Well, of course, he wasn't going to have enough fortitude to play with Kobe Bryant. I mean, he searches his own name on Google, I bet, too. And this is why he's over here thinking everybody just hates him. But no, it's Dwight Howard. I don't know. I want to come back to that Hall of Fame debate. You guys both made an interesting case, but
we have to come back to that one someday. I've never thought of it.
Without a doubt, we know Dwight Howard will give us another chance for an update before the year is out. So
he'll say something dumb. He'll be back.
Every time. It never fails. So the last thing I think that I have on our run of show that at least that wasn't pertaining to any games in particular, was Donovan Mitchell. Guys, I've been seeing some rumors on Twitter, the most recent named the Brooklyn Nets as a team that is keeping an eye on the Donovan Mitchell situation. So, James, do you think Donovan Mitchell's going to be on the move? And would it be to an Eastern Conference team, or do you have any other candidates in mind?
If he's not going to sign a contract extension, I think he'll be on the move because he's done after this year. So you've got to be, if you're Cleveland, you can't hold on to him and just have him walk for nothing. Do I know where? I know one person in this chat who wants him, in this group that wants him. I don't think it'll matter east west. If they're going to trade him, they're going to take the best, whatever they can get back. I do agree with Keebler said way earlier in the show that trading him to the Knicks would be quite a pill to swallow, considering that they knocked him out of the playoffs last year.
Yeah, that wouldn't that be nice?
Could see that would be a tough pill to swallow.
What about you, Keebler? Any thoughts on where Mitchell might go?
I'm just looking at his contract really quickly. So yeah, he still has all of next year on the Cavs if they don't trade him, and then he has a player option for 25-26.
Okay, so it's got okay.
Okay.
I mean, just knowing the rumors around the league, I don't think. Yeah, 42-0 Raiders Chargers.
Insane.
But
insane.
What was I going to say? Knowing that Donovan Mitchell wants to play for the Knicks, I might just wait it out. Yeah, it's cool. Like, yeah, it'd be cool to bring him in sooner, but our price. We have a thing called the Knicks tax, where the Knicks always have to pay more for players, whether it's an extra player or picks, whatever. So knowing that he wants to come to us, it doesn't really make sense to give up too much. If it's for the right price, absolutely. Get him here soon, sign the extension, call it a done deal. But I don't see it right now as like a need. At least until the trade deadline, when they're like, oh shit, like we have to make a move. We got to get him out of here. What can we take for him? Kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Keebler, especially when you start talking about the fact that if he wants to be there already, maybe you just wait it out, because you're probably already going to predict the name that's coming into my head right now, which is it's the Carmelo Anthony situation again, right? Where everybody knew that's where he wanted to be, but they go ahead and make a trade instead. And that trade, now's not the day for us to pick that whole thing apart, but it didn't play out nearly as well as probably just waiting
Blows up
and
the future.
Signing him. Yeah, you mortgaged your whole future
Correct,
for that. And I would hope it being the same franchise that they would have learned that lesson. So I think we will wait and see. I tend to think Donovan Mitchell is going to be here through the end of the season. Winning cures all. So the Cavs, I think they're still a team that's in the mix. Maybe they need to add a piece before blowing things up. But yeah, I think this time next year, we're definitely having different conversations if they fall short in the playoffs again. Nate and Justin Herbert are friends now. We gotta love that. So, gentlemen, anything across the league right now? I know we've got some games, some of them probably over. I'm sure we got our West Coast game about to fire up. Anything?
We have 3 games about to start, and I need to place a bet for them. So,
okay. We'll let Keebler get that bet in while we.
Speaking of Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs, they lost to the Celtics tonight, 116-107. Bulls are going to beat the Heat up 121
over 225 for that game, and it ended up at 223.
Mavericks Timberwolves is tied at 68 in the third. Nuggets are up 11 on the Nets in the second. And then, we've got Jazz, Trailblazers, Thunders, Kings, and Warriors, Clippers all about to tip off here at 10 o'clock. So we've got a lot going on here.
A lot to watch tonight. I am into it. Probably going to get that pulled up here. You going to be watching any of those games?
Rookie of the Year, argue with a wall. Anyone who disagrees, Chet Holmgren is winning Rookie of the Year. I just wanted to shed light on that.
He's really good.
Any arguments there, James? You got any other candidates?
Jamie Jacques Jr.
Ooh.
Chet's definitely in the lead.
Yeah, give me Chet. You guys got any issue? Just because it's happened before, so I'm assuming we're all fine with it. But so are we just beyond the fact like so the injured rookie season? Like
It is what it is. Yeah,
it just kind of is what it is, right?
didn't
I always feel like it's
That's
a
why his
bummer.
rookie year.
He didn't play, so
That's exactly how I feel about it.
Yeah, which is fair. The one part that's the argument that's been brought to my attention that I do agree with is when they talk about like, well, you just imagine getting to travel. It's like you have a medical red shirt. You get to travel with the team. You get to learn the ins and the outs of the NBA. So you do have such a head and shoulders. You've worked out with the team for well, maybe not if you've been injured, but you know what I mean. You do have a bit of an advantage, but at the same time, on the other side of that coin is you're going to, because a kid got hurt and didn't get to play a single game, he's not going to be eligible for Rookie of the Year. That seems the worst option to me personally.
You lose out on an award that down the line could be meaningful for like any like debate or anything like that. So my whole stance is if you didn't play,
It's
then you're good.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I've come around to it. I didn't, and maybe it was just because it was Ben Simmons the first time, and I just had a feeling in my stomach that like there's something about this guy I just don't like. So maybe it's don't have that with Chet, but no. So Rookie of the Year watch, we got Chet. Anything? Did you get those bets in, Keebler?
I'm trying. I'm looking because right now I'm being a degenerate. I'm looking at the Jazz Trailblazers game. So
oh god, you poor guy. How about this
punishment?
How about this weekend preview? Instead, normally we have it pulled up. Sorry for the technical difficulties tonight, guys. You can tell I haven't been screen sharing much. We'll be back at full strength here very soon. But any games that have stuck out, I figure we could just call out, one or two matchups that if you have time, these are the games you'd definitely be watching.
Let's see here. Oh, big one. Pistons 76ers tomorrow night. Bring it on.
Oh, here we go.
Lost in the hubbub of the Pistons.
Sixers by 40.
Yeah. Lost in the hubbub of the Pistons. We've only won 3 games. Ooh, Magic Celtics tomorrow night. That's fun.
I like that one a lot. Oh, yeah, I'd watch that.
Suns is a late game. Moving to Saturday. Let's see here.
Knicks and Suns is going to be a good one, even though we're going to get our ass handed to us.
Tomorrow night late. Pacers Timberwolves Saturday night.
Yep. Ooh. I just saw that. I was like, oh, bite-sized Vikes.
Yeah.
You have to have a watch party Saturday at 8.
Nuggets Thunder Saturday night. That's really fun.
Why are the Broncos and Lions playing on a Saturday?
There's 3 NFL games on Saturday this week.
It's that time of year. Colts play on Saturday as well.
Knicks Clippers.
Yes, favorite.
I'm going to just
Magic Celtics again on Sunday, so you got the back.
Knicks Clippers. How do you feel about that one?
We're going to win that game. That's fine.
All right.
Keebler, you like the Clippers or the Knicks' chance to get the Clippers? Okay, nice.
Yeah. We'll win that one. No, I was going to say the Steelers are underdogs against the Colts. How does that make you feel?
Nervous because they didn't play very well last week. I'm very torn with this whole Colts thing because I feel like the Utah Jazz this year. The Colts won more games than they were supposed to. And now they're not going to get a good draft pick. And this isn't a team that can do any damage in the playoffs. I'm sorry. Even if okay, I take that back. They could maybe win a wild card matchup. But I know people will say Nick Foles. They might say Trent Dilfer, Kerry Collins, whatever. I don't believe in this season that Gardner Minshew has what it takes to take the Colts to a Super Bowl. And I guess I'm not one of those I'll celebrate it because they're my team and I'll get to watch a playoff game. But big picture, it's going to suck come draft time when the Colts aren't able to really add anything that they potentially could have. So it's a battle of the backups. Mitch Trubisky versus Gardner Minshew. If they weren't my favorite team, you couldn't pay me to watch that game if I wasn't a fan of one of those teams. That's just going to be horrible, sloppy.
Herbert coming in hot here.
42-0 and you're torn. Just don't do what we did last year, the Jacksonville game, he says. Yeah, no kidding. Well, gentlemen, we are coming up to an hour. We have hit all of our main points. Is there anything else around the league that you guys want to talk about? I miss any breaking news on Twitter? Anything you want to discuss?
All right, so here's what I cooked up for anyone at home watching. $5 to pay out $2,500. We're looking at Mavericks to end up beating the Timberwolves. That game's on right now. That's just part of the live bet. We have the Thunder. That total going over 245.5. That's just going to be a shootout. Josh Giddey going under 12.5. Shea going for 30 plus. De'Aaron Fox going for 5 assists. Anthony Simons going for 20 points. Anthony Simons going for 5 assists. Trailblazers to win. Shaden Sharp dropping 15. Malcolm Brogdon having 3 assists off the bench. And then the Clippers, go with the Clippers over 231. Curry to drop 25. Clay to have under 3.5 threes made. And Clay to not drop 18.5.
Let's get it done, Keebler. Let's get it done.
I need this bad, to say the least.
Well, if you get it, we'll be celebrating with you in spirit, and I'll be clipping it. You know.
Right now, my one bet would be doing really good if Jamal Murray wanted to get some assists. I have him for 5. He has 0 at halftime, so that's cool.
Oof. That is brutal.
Yeah,
what about you?
Oh, go ahead. Signed me. I just have to announce that to a 1-day contract to take on the Pistons.
He also says, Keeb, if you hit, you know my Cash App.
If I hit, great. I got you.
James, what about you, sir? Anything else you got for us tonight?
Nope. No need to watch that NFL game because it's terrible. So.
Well, I can't wait. I've got some editing
Brandon
to do.
Staley because he ain't making it very far.
Well, the job search begins, or the head coach search begins out in L.A. Well, in that case, it is time for our final segment of the night. Where can we find you? Keebler, let's start with you, sir. Where can the folks at home find you when you're not with us?
So you can find me on basically now like Twitter at the Knicks Stop. I've been putting out some funny replies to like the main basketball pages, and those have been gaining some traction. Like Wemby posted some dude who was like 6'8", and I was like, well, he's 7'5". What do you expect? There was another one that was funny. Oh yeah, it was like, oh, Zion doesn't care about the haters making fun of his weight, and I was like, yeah, he's already got enough on his plate.
Oh,
zinger!
I wish I had the rim shot sound effect. Can't wait to get a soundboard. Oh my god! Did you hear Zion say lackadaisical? By the way,
yes,
he was a lackadaisical. Yep,
lackadaisical.
And he knew right after that it was bad because his face was like, "What did I just say?" It was like, I think he said lackadaisical.
It's funny.
But yeah, basically just on Twitter at the Knicks Stop. Trying to get the Instagram going back up. And then you can find me on Sportsbook Junkies when we have that. You can find me on Necessary Roughness when we have that. And that's basically it for me. James, where can we find you?
Every Thursday here. Sometimes talking Titans football. Big time win on Monday for us. Really bad for the draft position, but big time win for the old Levis, the mailman. And then you catch us on our sister station, me and Kev, talking Star Wars every Wednesday at 9 p.m. and doing some preview reviews over there as well.
Yes, sir. And now it is time to let you guys know where you can find me. I'm going to start with the Clout Route on Tuesdays and Sundays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern, or about 8:30 sometimes. And if you tune in to the Clout Route anytime after this Saturday, you will be tuning in to the Commentary Community 2023 most influential podcast. So Danny and I, just a couple of eggs. They found our podcast to be excellent. And we're very flattered. See, it's stuff like that. It's that quality content that you'll get. That's how we win awards.
Stop it.
Everyone get on the Ho train. Yes, dude. Oh, but other than that, you can find me right here on Thursdays, of course, on Wednesdays talking Star Wars with James and Bite Size Vikes on Dweeb. You can catch me doing preview reviews with James. I also got some comic reviews coming out. I just picked up. I wish I had it next to me. Issue 2 of American Psycho is out, and I was able to get an alt cover. It's Paul Allen's business card. It's fantastic. The subtle thickness of it. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, check us out there on Dweeb. Also, of course, Carnage Media. So every Monday, Carnage Unleashed. Check us out. We have interviewed not 1, but 2 UFC fighters over there on that channel. So go check us out. We are partnered by Size Sports and Carnage Media. So check us out on Mondays. And then, of course, Saturday nights. I hear those are all right for fighting. So I usually commentate pay-per-views over there. We've got Golden Gloves. Toledo Golden Gloves this Saturday, so very excited for that. And that is it. Sorry, guys, I had to stretch it out. Make sure we hit our hour.
Got it.
So, got it.
Thank you all so much. Such an active chat tonight. We had people from all over. We had some Clout Route folks show up. We had some NFL fans and some friends from the network. So thank you to everyone who chatted away with us. We really appreciate it. And to you lurkers out there, we know I love my lurkers. It's quite all right. Just give us a like on the way out. Maybe hit that subscribe button because we are 5 subscribers away from 600.
We're there, boys. We're so close.
We're not going to ask you for money, but maybe for Christmas, just give us the old little boop that subscribe button for us, huh? And until next time, thank you all so much. We will see you.
Miller for 3. Yes. Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead. Gort. Batista.